The Grasshoppers are a NorCal cycling tradition of adventure, camaraderie, and competition. Today we are out here riding the King Ridge route, a road event that will be held May 10th.
Road? What? This is gravel. This is Grasshopper. What are you talking about?
Oh, I thought...
Well, you know, a good ride's a good ride. And out around here, it just happens to be some of the most spectacular road riding perchance in the world. So, I mean, I need to have that as part of our series.
You put on mountain bike events, you put on road events. A lot of them span the spectrum. Way before gravel was even a thing, you were doing these multi-surface events. So it's a treat for me to get out here and ride these roads, some of which are dirt, some of which are paved, some of which are chunky pavement. And we invite you to come along for the ride.
Riding in this part of the wall, in this corner, is very special and unique. The geography is very particular. With, I guess, the meeting of the tectonic plates here makes it like so rugged, and it's very unexpected what is coming next. And that keeps it very, very fun and challenging, and yeah, makes it for very fun riding. So the Grasshoppers are one of the best interjections of like getting people connected with nature, enjoying being with each other, big sense of community, pushing each other. Either you want to push or not, the terrain kind of makes you push it and brings the challenge, and it always feels good. At the end of the day,
many Grasshopper events are point-to-point races. The King Ridge is the timed segment format. For the long route, there are 3 segments. For the short, there are 2. I like this format because you get to scratch the competitive itch, go hard, and then when you get dropped, you get to regroup with your old and new friends. What was the thinking for you as a promoter behind these time segments?
Well, it's interesting you asked that. So it is unique to the Grasshoppers. We've done that once before. So the first reason is to put on an event back in Sonoma County where I felt that it was safe, you know, with the size of our riders, and it's on open roads. That's above anything else is the most important. And I wanted to do a big epic loop in Sonoma County, right? So I'm calling this the greatest hits. We have Joy and Coleman Valley and King Ridge, but we have sections of Highway 1. This is a chance for us to really push ourselves to really hard, long segments, but like you said, to be able to regroup and to gather afterwards, tell stories a little bit, and then you know, roll on out.
For people unfamiliar with the area, briefly walk us through the course, where we start, how we climb up and over the ridge down to the ocean.
Yeah, so we start in Duncan's Mills. It's a small little town of less than 1,000 people on the Russian River, a couple miles from the coast, and we roll out up over Occidental. We used to start through Freestone, and then we climb up Joy. So we're heading out towards Bodega, which is a famous little town where Hitchcock filmed The Birds. This is rural western Sonoma County. We call it Occidental the West Pole.
Okay.
It's kind of the hub of road rides, adventures, and out to the coast.
There are some steep kickers coming up and over the ridge here.
What is this gradient?
This is like right at the start of this climb.
Oh no!
Start of segment 1, kick in the teeth.
I'm just glad that
My computer says 16%. My legs say 26%.
Just a 16% grade to start off the day. But
17%, 16%.
That could take us to the exact same point.
Ouch. Ouch. Put it in a pretty way.
We're going to be finishing here this segment where we are right now on Coleman Valley before you drop into the coast, so you get to pause and take in this spectacular view. Once you catch your breath and roll up the coast, and then we go up Myers Grade. It's generally people like to come down that because of the speed and the view. So I love this direction myself, and it's a little bit unknown to some people in terms of even if they live out here on very few people even know what their times are up that. So we're mixing it up. And then we end up on the top of Hauser Bridge up by King Ridge and Tin Barn, where it's going to end. And then we get to roll all the way back through Cazadero and back to there just casually with your friends chatting. It'll be the end of our series. We'll have brick oven pizza at Gold Coast Coffee, and yeah, that's our event.
Alex, you've ridden and raced your bike all over the world. What's it like to ride in Sonoma County?
Oh my goodness, a dream come true. I actually live in Sonoma County, first house I've ever owned. So most of the Grasshopper Adventure Series actually happens on my home roads. I think it's the best road riding in the entire world, plus mixed terrain, because you never know what's going to hit you at a Grasshopper Adventure Series.
Even some of the pavement, you know, this is the one quote-unquote road event, but the road's spicy, it's textured. I was happy to have big wide tires on that Roubaix and that Roubaix head shock.
Yeah, the Future Shock is definitely a game changer here. So Specialized Roubaix, I ride the Specialized Roubaix SL8 with 32 millimeter tubeless tires. And we were talking about it today, but riding here, I call it the Sonoma Tapestry. It's just a beautiful asphalt with a bunch of patchwork that they didn't finish.
Like a heavy corduroy shag carpet.
It's like your grandma's quilt, but it's on asphalt.
Climbs are steep. Like we're pushing 16, 17, 18%. What's the gearing? It's like a compact crank, the move?
Compact crank, and I have a 36 in the back. A little party gear there.
The bike for me is my custom Mosaic XT1, which is a cross bike, but it's essentially an all-road bike. So I think an all-road bike with between 30 mil and 34 mil tires would be fine. But our friend Javi's out here on 28s and rim brakes with carbon wheels, and you could do that as well. Just bring your legs. I think that's the most important part. Doesn't matter what bike you bring, just as long as you have the legs.
Today I rode my road bike with 30s tubeless. It's mostly all road except cruise that we're about to do, but I've done it on the road bike, and it's not a bad setup. It depends on how comfortable you are with that type of bike, but I do love it, and that's why I'm riding it.
Opa! Don't try this at home, kids. So Miguel, when you started the Grasshoppers 28 years ago, what was the vision? What was the drive?
When I started the Grasshoppers, I was racing regionally as a pro mountain biker, and I love that experience and the challenge, and everyone's going their hardest, taking care of yourself. But when I traveled to do some road races in the threes, if you weren't in the break, then the rest of the day was just negative. So you'd travel and people would just sit up, and I wanted to put them on the best roads in Sonoma County, the most challenging things, but everybody turning them inside out. And I think that's the thing that we've evolved over time. People, it's the personal challenge, and then you're always, you're digging deep. So it's an event where you're challenging yourself personally and with your friends, and it's a huge accomplishment if someone's finishing for their PR or on the podium. And I think that we continue to strive to do that and create a place where people can either be racing for that or, have their best day on the bike. And oftentimes it's through really, really difficult, challenging, beautiful terrain.
What are some of your favorites here? I know this is like the greatest hits, but what are a couple of your favorite stretches of road on this course? On
this particular one today, on the ridge on Coleman Valley, dropping down, both the views and just the swishiness of the road, and you drop it and undulates. Like we were talking about, it's like doing a high blue black diamond mountain bike trail, but on your road bike. It's got that same sinuousness of being on the edge, and there's like one best line on these little roads, so that's one. Up along Myers Grade for the view of that, and then what's not part of the time segment, dropping down Fort Ross, which we just did, which is kind of a pucker up descent.
Yeah, that was spicy.
What we just did, drop into here with it. I like to descend, I like to go downhill, and then to be in the trees, but to be able to get this views like this, to have it open up. A lot of our events, we're in the woods, we're in the trees, we're in the thick of it, and this one we're like trees open, ocean. So it keeps feeling different. It gives perspective, I think we like that as cyclists, to be able to just be in nature, have it be quiet, but also be able to take a peek around.
King Ridge is the finale to the 2025 Grasshopper Adventure Series. May 10th in Duncan's Mills, California. If you're in the Bay Area, come on up, give it a crack. If you're elsewhere in the world, check out the Grasshopper Series for your 2026 calendar. Regardless of whether you're able to join us or not, I hope watching this is maybe giving you a bit of inspiration to get out there on your bike and enjoy the ride.